Laugh Out Now exclusive.
You know, I have a good friend of me who works for the Zambia Army. He recently joined Zambia Army like 3 months ago. Now, you know, in the Army from training, okay? When you're doing your training, you're called a recruit, eh? Then later on, after training, you're called a private. Then you become lines corporal, then corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, lieutenant. Then the ranks keep going up, huh? Now, this friend of mine is actually from the east, Chipata. Now, you know the names from Chipata are so confused, huh? Where I come from in Chipata. I told you I'm colored last time, that I'm half Tonga and half Easterner. So his name is Pats. So, yes, that's his name, Pats. He's got a nice name, huh? Or there's someone in the audience by the name of Pats. His name is Pats. So, unfortunately, last week, he was put as a sentry at Arakan Barrack. You know who a sentry is, huh? The guy who stands at the gate. The one who guards the gate is called a sentry. So there are a number of sentries there. So they were put, a number of them, as sentries, and he was one of them. So while there, the army commander passed through to just check what was happening. Immediately they saw the army commander. You know what they do in the army, eh? When you see a senior man, you would shout, "Tension!" or "Cha!" Then everyone freezed, okay? Or froze. Which one is the correct one? Freezed or froze? Eh? Freezed or froze? When you freeze, the mwami. Froze in juice in a drink in a man's. So everyone freezed. So after they all freezed, okay, not froze, but freezed, okay? Everyone was at attention. Then the army commander stopped and said, "Good evening." And the senior most, who was a colonel, answered and said, "Evening, sir. Permission to carry on." The army commander said, "No. Identify yourselves." So the first guy starts, "Colonel Lubemba, sir." Now the ranks, when identifying yourselves, you start from the highest going down, eh? "Colonel Lubemba, sir." The next guy introduces himself, "Lieutenant something, sir." The next one introduces himself, "Captain Miringo, sir." The next one introduces himself, "Staff Sergeant Lungu, sir." The next one was a sergeant. He introduced himself, "Sergeant Mbewe, sir." My friend, being a low ranked, he was at the end. The next one was Corporal. "Corporal Mulenga, sir." The next one was Lines Corporal. "Lines Corporal Banda, sir." My friend was last in the queue. So he stands up and he just goes like, "Private Pat, sir."